Chaitanya Chaitamrita Text 1. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, the plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and moon. They have risen simultaneously on the horizon of Garuda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as the Super Soul, but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna, full of six opulences, he is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He had appeared in the age of Kali by the causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mallow of devotional service, the mallow of conjugal love. The loving affair of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. May Sri Nityananda Rama be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshana, Shesha, Naga, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karna ocean, Garbha ocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions, and the portions of his plenary portions. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, who is known as Sankarsana, in the midst of the Chatur Vayu consists of Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. He possesses all opulence and resides in Vaikuntha, far beyond the material creation. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, whose partial representation called Kanna Dakshai Vishnu, lying on the Karna ocean, is the original Purusha, the master of all illusionary energy and the shelter of all the universes. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, the partial part of whom is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu sprouts a lotus that is the birthplace of Brahma, the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of the multitude of planets. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, whose secondary part is the Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. That Kshirodakshai Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities and the maintainer of all the universes. Sheshanag is the further sub-part. Lord Advaita, Acharya, is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotees. Therefore, I take shelter of him. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is non-different from his features as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, pure devotee, and devotional energy. Lord, to the all-merciful Radha and Madan Mohan, I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. In a temple of jewels like Vrindavan, underneath a desire tree, Sri Sri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon the Archangel's throne. I offer my humble obeisances to them. Sri Srila Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore of Vamsivata and attracts the attention of the cowhead damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon us as their benediction. Glory to Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda, glory to Advaita Chandra, and glory to all the devotees of Sri Gaura Lord Chaitanya. These three deities of Vrindavan, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followed by Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the Lord of my heart. In the beginning of the narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benediction. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benediction, and offering obeisances. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances generally and specifically to the Lord, who is the object of worship. In the third verse, I indicate that Absolute Truth, who is the ultimate substance. With such a description, one can visualize the Supreme Truth. In the fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the worlds, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. In that verse, I have also explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation, but in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent. In the sixth verse, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas the next five I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda. The next two verses describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu, and the following verses describe Panchatattva, the Lord and his plenary portion, his incarnation, his energies, and his devotees. These 14 verses therefore offer auspicious invocations and describe the Supreme Truth. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses. I request that all my Vaishnava readers to read and hear with rapt attention this narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya has inculcated in the revealed scriptures. Lord Krishna enjoys the manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, the devotees, and the diverse energies. the incarnations and the plenary portions. They are all six in one. I therefore worship the lotus feet of these six diversities of the one truth by invoking their benedictions. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I first offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and to all my instructing spiritual masters. My instructing spiritual masters are Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Bhatta Raghunatha, Sri Jiva Goswami, Srila Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Srila Raghunatha Das Goswami. These six are my instructing spiritual masters, and therefore I offer millions of respectful obeisance unto their lotus feet. There are innumerable devotees of the Lord, of whom Sri Vas Thakur is the most. I offer my respectful obeisances thousands of times unto their lotus feet. Advaita Acharya is Lord's partial incarnation, and therefore I offer my obeisance millions of times at his lotus feet. Srila Nityanand Rama is the plenary manifestation of Lord, and I have been initiated by him. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances on his lotus feet. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the internal potency of the Lord, of whom Sri Gadadhar Prabhu is the foremost. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself, and therefore I offer innumerable prostration at his lotus feet. Having offered obeisance unto the Lord of all and his associates, I shall now try to explain these six diversities in one. Although I know that my spiritual master is a servitor of Sri Chaitanya, I know him also as a plenary manifestation of the Lord. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of spiritual master, delivers his devotees. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not even envy him, thinking him as ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. One should know the instructing spiritual master to be personality of Krishna. Lord Krishna manifests himself as the super soul and as the greatest devotee of the Lord. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you even if they were endowed with the prolonged lifetime of Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya, internally as Super Soul, to deliver the embodied living beings by directing him how to come to you. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagwan, taught Brahma and made him self-realized. Please hear attentively for what I shall speak to you, for transcendental knowledge about me is not only scientific but also full of mysteries. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. Prior to the cosmic creation, only I exist, and no phenomena exist, either gross, subtle, or primordial. After creation, only I exist in everything, and after annihilation, only I remain eternally. What appears to be truth without me is certainly my illusionary energy, for nothing can exist without me. It is like a reflection of real light in the shadow, for in the light there are neither shadow nor reflection. As the material elements enter the bodies of all living beings and yet remain outside them all, I exist within all material creations, and yet I am not within them.